Syria has executed pro-government Shabiha officer Talal al-Daqiq, also known as Abu Sahar. According to Sky News Arabia, Abu Sahar became famous for keeping a lion as a pet, to which he fed arrested oppositionists. Daqiq was infamous in Syria, feared by most due to his possession of a ferocious lion. He stole the lion from a zoo in 2005, before training it and allowing it to become one of the vicious and fatal weapons in his arsenal. He was said to have been pleased with his actions, later boasting to his fellow soldiers that he fed the bodies of terrorists to his pet. As Daqiq led a near 1,500-man division of the country's Air Force intelligence, the merciless soldier detained and tortured opponents of Syria and himself. The Syrian Observer said through his time as a high-ranking military member, he was known to be involved in the trafficking of human organs, smuggling of fuel as well as food, unregistered vehicles and narcotics. Before becoming the most feared division of Syria's army, Daqiq was a taxi driver. After his role within the army, he became a businessman. This Syrian officer was responsible for suppressing protests against the Assad regime in 2011 in the city of Hama, which ultimately led to the start of the civil war in Syria. Syrian revolutionary forces on Wednesday seized one of the largest warehouses of drugs, including highly addictive captagons, which were run by Bashar al-Assad's regime. The seized warehouse was managed by Bashar al-Assad's brother Mar, Syrian sources reported. The location of the warehouse has not been disclosed. Bashar al-Assad's regime is believed to have earned billions of dollars smuggling captagon amphetamines out of Syria, mainly to oil-rich Arab Gulf countries. The link between the multi-billion-dollar captagon drug trade and members of the Syrian armed forces and President Bashar al-Assad's family is documented by investigative reporters. Captagon is a highly addictive, amphetamine-type stimulant mass-produced in Syria. The drug is also used by people with physically demanding jobs to keep them alert and reportedly became the drug of choice for ISIS fighters during the civil war in Syria. It should be noted that Syrian opposition forces came to power after the long-standing Bashar al-Assad regime's dramatic collapse in the northwest of the country on December 8. Assad and his family members have fled to Russia.
Hi, Skeptical. Oh, Skeptical. Yeah,
Syria's new administration has taken over the country's main international airport after security forces of the deposed Bashar Assad government and staff withdrew, grounding flights and stranding passengers. The airport has not been functional since. Now, security members of the rebel alliance in control of Syria have taken over Damascus International Airport, hoping to restore security, a sense of confidence, and the legitimacy needed to restart flights out of the capital, and from one of the country's 3 international airports. Damascus International Airport is the heart of the city because it is the gateway for international delegations and missions. Omar al-Shami, a security official with Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the faction that led the shock offensive that led to the fall of Assad, told the Associated Press. It is the center and most important in Damascus. It is the international crossing into Damascus, the passage for Syria to breathe. On Wednesday, a handful of engineers were inspecting 4 planes that were on the tarmac. Cleaning staff were removing broken furniture, glass windows, and trash from ransacking by looters following the demise of the Assad regime. The attack, reportedly by mobs and looters from the neighboring areas, left parts of the airport halls destroyed, with smashed furniture and merchandise. There was a lot damage in the airport's equipment and facilities and in 90% of the sections, but now we are hoping to restore the situation to what it was, Anis Fallow, the head of the airport, told AP. Fallow said the operations to clean up the airport aimed to encourage international airlines to resume their flights to Damascus. Soon in the coming days, flights will resume when we reopen air traffic to Syria and inform countries that Damascus airport is operational, he explained. We may start with domestic or test flights to ensure that everything in the airport is operational and avoid any mistakes.
يعتبر مطار دمشق الدولي هو النواة الأولى في دمشق، حيث أنه يعني هو المهبط والمكان الأول لدخول الوفود والبعثات العمومية والدولية إليه. فهو المركز الأول في دمشق والأهم، حيث يعتبر أنه يعني الجهة أو المعبر الدولي لدمشق وتنفس سوريا.
حصل تخريب كبير بمطار، بآلياته، بتجهيزاته، يعني بأغلب ب 90% من الأقسام، لكن حاليا إن شاء الله سوف يتم إعادة الوضع إلى ما هو عليه بجهد كافة الأقسام وكافة الجهات، تعمل بشكل دائم ومستمر لإعادة الوضع وبالسرعة القصوى لإعادة افتتاح المطار وإعادته كما كان عليه وبل أفضل. إن شاء الله قريبا بالأيام القريبة مثل ما قلت لك تبدأ حاليا بحركة المرور الطائرات لإعادة فتح الأجواء السورية وإبلاغ الدول أنه مطار دمشق عاد للعمل إن شاء الله، ومن ثم نبتدئ بإقلاعات ممكن داخلية أو تجريبية لاختبار كافة الجهات العاملة في المطار تلافيا لأي خطأ قد يحدث، ومن ثم إلى الدول الخارجية إن شاء الله.
طبعا نحن نتيجة الفراغ الأمني اللي صار خلال ساعات من ليلة يوم الأحد 8 ديسمبر كانون الأول، بعض يعني ضعاف النفوذ حاولوا يعني يكون في عمليات على عمليات سلبية يعني، ولكن الحمد لله الوضع في الطائرة بشكل عام ممتاز، كبنية الطائرة كمحركات كأنظمة الطائرة، ولكن نحن في شوية نواقص هلا نحن نحاول نداركها.